Let me know if you can hear me, if the music's too loud, music's too quiet, I'm too loud, whatever. Just let me know if everything sounds okay. Then we'll give it a few minutes. Let some people get in here. Hopefully some people show up. I know this was kind of like short notice and it's going to be kind of random, so hopefully it's not too boring, but figured we could hang out, chat. The new boss is up. I have to do my dailies, so why not make a stream out of it, right? Wait, am I on? Stupid top chat thing? Of course I am. Let me know if anybody's in here. If you guys can hear me, if the game sounds okay, if it's too loud, too quiet. It's hard to tell, like, before I actually go live and people say something, because when you're trying to test it, like, you hear yourself, like, 5 times over in the overlay thing. Hey, Puppet, what's going on? How are you? Sounds good? Alright, sweet. Pick some random daily tasks to take here. Does anybody even, like, look at these anymore? Hey, Coley, what's going on? Appreciate you letting me know. You guys actually, like, choose anything important on these at this point, or is it just kind of like, look for the shard? And then if it's not the shard, just pick, like, random stuff that's not the Persona XP. It's kind of what I do at this point. I feel like I have so much of all the other stuff that it really makes no difference, like, what I select. Except Kompaku and cubes. Yeah. The cubes are, like, essentially useless, because I don't think you could use all the cubes we've gotten. Even if you tried at this point, there's, like, so many of them they've given us from just kind of, like, doing random stuff. And I spent, like, all my yen on the crane games and the gacha. I was not lucky with the gacha or the crane games this time around, so I'm probably just going to do a bunch of yen stuff today. 2-hour ones, Kompaku level material. I kind of hate, like, when I have... Like, I want them all to end at the same time, so I try and just take all, like, the same length ones. Unless they are, like, the 2-hour ones with, like, some of the better stuff. But yeah, I wish they added some more interesting stuff to those. Maybe, like, a 24-hour one with maybe slightly better things. Maybe some, like, some of the hard-to-get coins or whatever. I know they probably don't want to do that because it kind of lessens the need to do some of the competitive stuff. And it's, like, the only content in the game is, like, some of that kind of stuff, so... I guess they would never do that, but I'd add some longer ones, and then... Or maybe with more strict requirements for the team unit things. I don't think I've ever thought about, like, what units I'm putting on which tasks. I'm just, like, auto-sending it. And thank God they added this skip mechanic to some of the scenes in this. It is... Sometimes it is really kind of brutal to have to watch some of these scenes. And I don't have any gifts, and I don't have any money either, so... probably just not going to do any synergy stuff today. Not like it matters. I have a million energy drinks anyway, so if I really wanted to, I could just blast them all through. Never forget the crepe steps. Yeah, it's, like, ingrained. I used to remember the broken one. Like, I don't know how long you've been playing for, Puppet, if you've played since, like, day 1. But if you remember, it was, like, broken at one point where, like, it didn't make any sense. There was something about, like, kiwis and, like, all kinds of stuff. I remember that one, or I did at some point anyway. But yes, the crepe the crepe recipe is, like, singed into everybody's brain. It feels like this game's been out forever, doesn't it? But it's, like, it's only been, like, when did it come out? June of last year? Yeah, the correct one was the kiwis instead of the strawberries, yeah. Ah, what a game. Get some bells. I'm like slowly trying to like farm out these bells, but I feel like it's gonna take forever, and I don't want to spend like stamina on it, like stamina coffees. But I am willing to waste my daily coffees on it. June 26th. Yeah, it sounds... Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah, because our 6-month anniversary was on Christmas, right? Which was December 25th, and I think it was off by a day or two. So that would make sense. Okay. Get some bells. I barely even spend them. I just like farm a bunch of them, and then eventually I'll just go in and throw them all into one character. But okay, we did that. We'll just get through the dailies, and then I'm not sure. I think we'll probably try and do Nian, at least. If not like the level 45 for the badge, we'll try and at least maybe just do like the ones I can auto, like the lower tier ones. Just get him out of the way, right? I do like how they spread the Nian boss fights out, and it wasn't just like day one, you could go and like farm all of them. 14-day patch, they saved like one for every 5-ish days, right? So I do kind of like how they did that. They kind of split it up a little bit. Hey, Persona. You know what's funny? I actually came up with this name to play Overwatch like many years ago, and I didn't know who Slick Rick the rapper was, and everyone ever since has like basically been like, oh well, you listen to Slick Rick, and it's like no, I actually don't. I don't know. I couldn't tell you a single Slick Rick song, actually, unfortunately. Coley, have you gone through the awards intentionally to collect the gems from it? I'm free to play and trying to scrape as many gems as possible. The Neon Persona is second to hit level 99. I try and go through like every earnable reward I can, including like badges and stuff, but outside of like if it's like just farming normal stuff, I don't really. Where does Minami live? Oh boy, she lives in Zoshigaya, right? Yeah. Oh boy, this is gonna show that I just skip all those like the extra missions with the, what was her name? Was it Ogata? Yeah. Okay. Oh, this I have no idea. Loony Solar Month. On what date does the Lantern Festival, which marks the end of Lunar New Year, take place? I have no idea. I'm going to guess it always changes, but I have no idea. All right, that works. I do like it. You can just click through them randomly. It has no bearing if you get them right or not. I guess I probably should listen to Slick Rick at some point, right? Persona. I like think I owe the name that, right? I've thought about doing an intro or like an outro, like cutting something together. I just don't want to get copyright strike because there's so many songs, not even by Slick Rick, where they like mention Slick Rick, and I'm like, oh, that would be so good. Like there's a Kanye song, but there's like, it's like, do I want to even risk copywriting it? And then I don't know, advertiser friendly. You just have like a rap like rap opening, and God only knows what they'll say. I quit global a while ago. I'm maintaining TW because it's my best account. Yeah, that part of me wishes I had just like played TW from the beginning. Like I had kind of waited, but I don't know. I'm still like unsure, and now it's too late for me to swap, I think. Because I want to be in it from the beginning, you know what I mean? So I feel like I'm stuck on this. I don't even know what the question was on this. But yeah, I don't know. I don't blame you, honestly. Like TW is so much further ahead. You get to kind of enjoy all the new stuff like as it comes in. Take a listen to Young World. Okay, yeah, I'll put it on my I'll put it on a list. I have like a list of songs that at some point I should probably listen to, or albums, or people I got to get into like discography of a little bit more. There's always good rappers. Do we want to do this boss battle yet? Is there anything else to do? Login bonus. Do my Thieves Den stuff. I haven't looked at any of this in since yesterday. Or no, actually, maybe I did it this morning. I don't even remember what I've done half the time anymore. Curious what everyone's buying from here. I kind of just go for the Mindscape materials at this point. Sigric started way before Pac. Yeah, like late 80s. Yeah, he's like an OG. I know that. Yeah, I guess I really should listen to some of his stuff, right? So do I, Puppet. I understand people's hesitation to like speeding up and like not wanting to lose rewards, but like they already kind of shaft us on a bunch of stuff anyway. Like I might as well, we might as well at this point just catch up, get all the new stuff, take the hits, you know, in the meantime, however brutal that might be, and then just catch up and we can all have fun. Like Global has worse rates. It feels like it compared to, I've seen a lot of people say TW, like the luck is just like way better, so it's kind of hard to argue it because I don't know the numbers. I haven't done like a bunch of running numbers and stuff, but I'm sure Sages or someone has run, you know, like actual like testing on what's what, but it definitely doesn't feel equal. Yeah, Puppet, that's where I'm at. Like, if we're gonna get shafted anyway, might as well just deal with it, right? And just get caught up so like we could enjoy all the 5.0 Palace stuff at the same time and all that. Hopefully all this Neon stuff up till like the level 45 for the badge I can just auto. Guess we'll see. I have not played any of those games, Persona. I'm excited for Crimson Desert. I'm probably gonna like, unfortunately it comes out the day the patch comes out, so like I'm gonna try and like like pre-film a couple of like videos for the channel, so that I can just no life Crimson Desert when it comes out for a few days. I hope it's fun. I really do. It looks super ambitious, and it's one of those games where it looks insane, and then you'll kind of have no idea if it's any good until you kind of get into it and play it for a little bit, if it's like actually as good as it seems like it's going to be, or if it's going to be one of those games where everything looks unbelievable, and then when you get in it, it's just like there's a ton of stuff to do, but there's not really much depth to anything. I feel like there's games like that a lot of the time. PvP Gacha looks pretty fun. Okay, I'll definitely check it out, because I'm always looking for new stuff to not just play, but new stuff for this channel too, because it's starting to become apparent that there's just not enough going on in P5X on a day-to-day basis to try and grow a channel and upload as much as I want to just playing this game. And I think it would be good for me too, just to like not have to play this game like constantly. I do not play TW. I probably just stick to like the one server, just because I struggle to like split my focus between like two games, let alone two servers of the same game. So I just kind of stick with this, but part of me wishes I had kind of always played TW just from the beginning, and I had been kind of an OG player, but alas. There's a couple of gachas that look fairly interesting coming up soon. Like NTE is coming out, I think in April. It's like end of April NTE comes out. There's a couple of games coming, so there's that, you know, gacha and non-gacha. Fishing compendium. Puppet, the fishing is like mind-numbing to me. I like fishing in like mini games and other games, but like, man, it is not all that fun in here. Tycoon guide, yeah, that's also, unfortunately, I had so much fun with the first season of Tycoon, and now I just like can't stand it. It's just like mind-numbing to me. Final Fantasy remasters liking too. I gotta play more Final Fantasy. I bought all the Pixel remasters, like that collection. I think I have like the first 6, and then I think I finished 1 and 2 maybe. But I do want to play all through all the Final Fantasy games at some point. It's just a matter of like, there's not enough time. But yeah, there's a couple of games like yeah, NT is coming, Crimson Desert's coming out this week or next week. What's the other game? Sword Art, the Sword Art Online game looks kind of interesting. I'm not like a huge Sword Art Online fan, but I don't know. I'm curious to see how much, you know, what kind of game it is. Is it just gonna be like another anime game that they like put minimal effort into, or it seems like they put a good amount of effort into this one, so hopefully it's interesting and you can play it just kind of a straight up RPG, not like an anime game. Cooking guide would be helpful. The cooking is very confusing. Yeah, maybe that's not a terrible idea, Coley. I would also have to just go do it. I'd have to like go figure it out though. Gold, what's up, my friend? How you doing? But yeah, not a bad idea, Coley. That's a good one to save for like a rainy day when there's like just nothing going on in the game, which basically any patch that isn't 2 weeks, or even during the 2-week patches, there are days where there's just nothing happening. But yeah, I might put that one in the holster. Have you started your work on this boss yet, Gold? Appreciate it, my friend. Yeah, I should check it out, Persona. I don't think I've heard of the series before, but I haven't played anything from it. Just wanted to chill today. Yeah, I feel ya. Too much P5X can do things to a man. The baseball, yeah. That's a good point, actually. There's a lot of like random little stuff that I haven't played since like early 1.0 when like everything was new and fun. And yeah, the baseball, the band club. I haven't done any of the band clubs since like 1.2. Cozy chat. Hey man, that's what we're going for, right? Yeah, just pretty chill. I'm just glad like anybody shows up. Honestly, if someone shows up to the streams and like it's enough to like talk in the chat, so we have something to do for an hour or two, that's good enough for me. As long as you're not here like trying to just like yap to yourself about nothing. I'll probably have like Watson Destro on or someone, or even Gold if you want to hop in at some point. Not tonight, obviously. You're taking a sabbatical from P5, which I don't blame you. But yeah, maybe like I'm gonna try and like do stuff at least like once a week, maybe. But it is nice to have someone to like just bounce ideas off of rather than just screaming into the microphone and hoping people in the chat, you know, also are having fun watching me auto Nian. Stayed up till 3 a.m. doing Tycoon. You're a madman. Yeah, man, we'll set something up because, like I said, I want to start streaming, and you know, it's always good to just bounce ideas off something, and we can do stuff with you too and your channel, and I'm sure Watson Destro are open to doing stuff too if we all want to maybe try and do something fun at some point. I know we're all trying to like think of ideas to involve like the rest of the community creators a little bit more with each other. So I'm sure at some point we just kind of have to figure out what it is. Like I think they're playing something right now, actually. They're playing like CJ Earphone, Watson Destro are playing the game where you like throw garbage away. I forget what it is. It's like a co-op game. Repo, I think it's called. Yeah, Puppet, I don't know why the friend option hasn't been added in Tycoon. Like, I know Bear actually was planning on doing, like, a P5X content creator Tycoon tournament, but we can't play each other in the game, so it would have to be, like, this really weird, like... I don't even know. We'd have to... I don't know how we'd even do it. I guess we would just all try and, like, snipe each other's games, I guess? I have no idea how we'd even do it, but... yeah, a friend option seems like a really obvious thing that they would add, but for whatever reason they haven't. I don't know. It doesn't seem to make a ton of sense why they wouldn't. But all right, let's see. Got a bunch of stuff here. Do we want to attempt the level 45 now? Boy. do I have it in me to do the level 45 at the moment? I'd say probably not, but we can try it. Why not, right? Although my internet is struggling right now. Yeah, why not? Yeah, the 2 extra tabs, I don't think they're ever going to put anything out for Metro Puppet, because it feels like Tartarus is like the replacement for the train. And if they have a replacement that's better... Noct, what's going on? 45 is easy, just use Twins, Cord, and Mesa. Okay, maybe I'll just try it then, why not, right? What do we want to do? I usually just like set everything to like max. I don't even read the I don't even read the effects. Just gonna go for it, why not, right? Medic. No, we're fine. Cord, we'll bring Cord. That doesn't matter. Then we can take some stuff off here. Metro is outright boring. Yeah, I tend to agree, honestly. Like, I had to go back and do level 8 for Metro. For the, what's it called? The... Oh my gosh, the Lufel plan. Yeah, the roguelike thing is fun. It's just like it does get old after a while, and I don't think terrain was like very well designed. And like you said, it gets old because you basically just can use the same buffs every time, and you don't have to ever do anything. Like, if you have Marion, you could just do the almighty healing thing, and it blows people up. Yeah. The XP thing for it's easy too, because you could kind of just get the compass or whatever, and then you could like kind of just cheese it, and you could cheese it with what am I saying? I don't even know where I am right now. You could cheese it by doing the, like, get the compass, you like kind of just auto through to the boss, you exit out of the fight, it gives you a win for the compass, and then you just quit and you get the XP anyway. Excited for Tartarus? Yeah, me too. Me too, Puppet. It is. It feels weird to say, but what do we want to do here? I guess we'll go. Or do we want to use Wind for the knockdown? I don't know. I'm not going to put much thought into it. We're just going to go for it. Tartarus should be fun though, right? I probably should have read the description, huh? I don't know what any of these guys do, but let's see if we can just do it blind without knowing anything that the bosses are trying to do. Still need to finish 3R. Yeah, it's I had fun with it. I want to go back because I never finished the answer, which I kind of feel like I feel like obligated to. You don't have to read if you kill him fast enough. Yeah, that is true. Metro's fun, but I wish they put more rewards. Yeah, I agree. Like, there's not really a reason to do it. Persona, we actually talked about the collab on the podcast I do with Farmers Market. We talked about that a little bit today. We're all kind of under the impression that the collab is not going to be characters yet, but I think it is a good sign for characters at some point in the future. But yeah, Coley, I'm with you. Like, it doesn't really feel like there's a purpose to doing a lot of the stuff in the game once you've gotten like the majority of the rewards. Even if, like, yeah, like once there's no longer like a real good reason to, like, do any of this stuff anymore, like you just disincentivize people to like to trying to do stuff, you know, at that point. So I do wish they'd add like more completionist rewards, or even just rewards like for doing random stuff in the overworld, right? Like for the train, for example, or something too. Like, add, like, if people want to grind the train like win the train 1,000 times or something. Give him like a really cool badge, right? Why not? And he finished P3 summer units. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because I'm not 100% sure what their plan is. I think the 5.0 stream is gonna be pretty telling, pretty interesting. If they do a Metaphor collab, it's gonna take a while. I'm under the impression they're gonna do all Persona games first and then do that, but I guess if Revival isn't ready, we can't even use Futaba's thing, can we? There isn't enough endgame content. Yeah, it just feels like once you do all there is to do, like there's almost nothing to do. Like at least in like other gachas where like it's like more open world, you can at least explore and kind of do all kinds of things. But in this game, there is no real exploration outside of the palaces, which I don't know. I wouldn't even consider that like true exploration, right? It's more, I don't know. It feels like dungeon crawly more than it feels like exploration. P1 and 2 Copium. I mean, they're gonna do something with P1 and 2 at some point. I just don't know what or when. Like, some of those games have problematic things in them that I don't necessarily know if they want to cover. So, remakes are tough. Do they want to try and do remasters? But then again, do they try and remove the concerning things in those games? I don't really know. But I do wish they would at least port them or try and do remasters or reimaginings or something to make those games playable on like a modern console, because I would love to play them. I try and avoid stuff for them as much as possible, as my game is just like having a meltdown right now. I like the lack easier to manage, less stress once I'm done. I go play other game and come back. Yeah, it's true, Gold. I think part of my issue is I've put myself in this situation where I feel like I'm trying to force myself to post like every single day, and this game just isn't capable of providing enough content to do something like that. So you kind of like take it out on the game. But I totally agree with you as my game. I think the internet is melting down, but that's fine. The soccer minigame, the soccer minigame is, yeah, not great. P5X completely boiled down to waiting for Vile to drop, yeah. I think a lot of people are in the same boat. Hopefully, we're almost there. I think we're getting close. SMT5 is your collab wish list. I think that's also like completely on the table. Oh my gosh, the internet is not. This is not the time, P5X. Reconnecting to server simulator. Is the stream still going? Can you guys still? All right, let me know if it's fixed now. It looks like it's back. Are we back, gang? Are we back? You guys are delayed a few seconds anyway, so it's hard to tell. We back, fam? Let me know if we back. It doesn't look like it. Bro, I don't even have anything open. Back? Okay, we're gonna go as if it's back. The stream is like kind of delayed from the thing anyway, so hopefully we're all right. But I guess we'll see. We back. Please, what's going on? One of the goats, the OGs right there, please. All right, we back. We back, fam. It's funny, like, I don't know why the internet just, like, has, like, a meltdown. I literally didn't change anything. Also, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I don't know what it says about either the boss or A1 Twins that I don't know a single mechanic for this fight, and I think we're about to beat it with like little to no effort. Which A1 Twins is they're kind of broken. Yeah, I probably should have turned the graphic settings down before I started Gold, huh? Probably would have been smart. I might have the stream open too. I could probably close it. All right. Abnormality 45. Yeah, I don't know if the game's like incredibly well optimized either, Puppet. It's I think part of the issue too. Easy clap. We came, we saw, we conquered. And now we done. Many older units got proper guides. The problem with that stuff, Coley, is like there is lots of content to make. But that's the kind of stuff that like it takes a lot of effort to do, and then like not many people end up watching that kind of stuff. So like as much as I'd like to make that, it's like so much effort for just like not a ton of payoff. And YouTube punishes you for putting out stuff even if like it's stuff you want to do that doesn't do well. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. It's tough, Gold. Honestly, like, it feels like much of not only, like, not SOS, Astrolabe, and also, like, all the event bosses, basically everything. It's just, like, an A1 Twins check, and I don't know if I love that. But the A1's insane, and I do hope they rerun them at some point. I think maybe for the anniversary we'll get a Twins rerun. As part of, like, some kind of super rerun. We'll see. But yeah, it's been kind of, I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Like, I have them, so, you know, it's easy for me to say, but I don't know if I love that there's one character that's, I don't know, one character that just kind of trumps everything. Doesn't feel great, I think, for people who don't have them. Yeah, it's just a small community. It's a hard game to build a community around. You know what's a shame about it too, though, is like it's hard to build a large community, but the people in this community, I think, are overall like way more cool, way more chill than lots of other, especially gacha game communities, which are not great places to be all the time. I think the P5X community in general is like Persona fans playing a gacha rather than gacha players playing a Persona game. And I think that's definitely evident in the support that people give, and like, you know, just how people treat each other and act within the community is way more, you know, just way more tame, I think, than a lot of gacha communities in general. So that's the benefit of a smaller community, tight-knit community, but it's also the downfall of it in a sense that that's not a great sign for like a game's health overall, is that like there's a small community that doesn't seem to grow and like all the same people are here all the time, which, you know, it's fun for us, but it's also not great for like the longevity of the game, I think. But who knows, once we get closer to catching up, the P3 collab, who knows, people might just, you know, we might get big enough to not really have to worry about it. Yeah, I try to not interact with any of the other gachas I've played to, you know, you know, a certain degree, but I never really played Genshin, so I've missed out on that, but I know that's not like a great, you know, community all the time, especially now that it's been out for so long. I think a lot of the people in there are just like, they just like feel like defeated. Or like they feel so comfortable there that they just like don't want new people coming in at this point. It does feel a lot like a waiting room for 4.0. I agree, Puppet. Yeah, Destro, I think, said that on the podcast, and I totally agree with him. Although I do like lately, I think the community is trying to interact with each other more. We only have like a few like big content creators in the community. It's really just like, what is it, like Blade and Bear at this point, really, are like the big content creators. Izanagi has like 5K subs, but Surger players come for Akechi. Yeah, that's probably true. True gold. I wouldn't put it past the Akechi stands to show up in droves for Akechi. What Persona Megaten games have you played? So I've played P5R was my first game during the pandemic, and I became obsessed with Persona after that. So I've played and finished Royal, Golden, Portable, Reload, and then I've played some of SMT5 multiple times. I've played like 30 hours, 20 hours of SMT5 like 2 or 3 times and never finished it. And then I just watched Watson Destro of Farmer's Market play it, so I probably won't do it myself. But yeah, and then we'll add Revival to that list whenever that comes out, and then obviously this game, and then other Atlas titles. You know, I've played Metaphor. Have I played? I want to play Soul Hackers. I know people say it's like terrible, but I do kind of want to play it just for the sake of having, you know, saying that I've played every kind of Atlas franchise to some degree. Even though they're probably never making another Soul Hackers game again. Once it's on sale on like the PlayStation Store sometimes for like $5, so I'll give it a shot one of these days. Yeah, we've done dailies, we've done Nian. Is there anything else that's like going on in the game right now? I think I've done all the other things. I guess I'll look, see if there's anybody's the bells in the Mindscape I can upgrade. A couple of bells. Coley, I kind of am under the impression that I think like C's, or you're saying not a mainline party member of Elventon, but a long shot. Okay, I see. Like, yeah, I gotcha. I mean, Takemi is like, that's my goat, so I'd love to see Takemi in the game. That would be great. But also, I think Strega is like an easy one that they could add that I don't really know why they're not in the game yet, because they actually like have personas. That would be so easy. Soccer's tedious, yeah. Gold selling me on the game right now. You know what? We'll do a train run just because we have nothing else to do. Train con. This is the content people came for, right? Train mode. Do it with the twins and just like pick random things and like not pay any attention to it. Earphone told me his strat of just doing the like guild bosses and stuff, but I cannot multitask anything. So if I did that, I would never pay any attention. So you guys are gonna get some peak train content. Yeah, Young, I don't know why they haven't announced. I think they like should have announced it by now, but they haven't. So yeah, I don't really know what they're waiting for. Although there's been some leaks that like may or may not confirm stuff, but I don't really want to say it just because, you know, there's some people who just like don't want to know the leaks. But I do think the character that we've been waiting for is coming very soon, would be my guess. I saw it in Bear's Discord. It's kind of who we've been waiting for a little bit here. She may or may not have gotten moved back many patches from where she was supposed to be. But again, that's like not confirmed either, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But appreciate you stopping in, Gold. Enjoy the nap, and yeah, we'll hit each other up about. You're in the Farmers Market Discord now, so I'm sure I'll hit you guys up, and you can hit us up or whatever about doing something. Appreciate you coming by though, my friend. All right, Marthram. What does Marthram want from me here? I don't have any. I don't have any coins, so we're not buying anything. Ultimax. I think at some point they're gonna have to like branch out, because once we get through Revival, that's kind of it, unless they start going into like Portable and The Answer and like all these kinds of spin-offy type things, right? So at some point they're gonna have to branch out into like the side games, the side stories, the Strikers, the Ultimax, those kinds of games. Unless they just go straight to you know, like the Metaphors or SMTs of the world, which I think is also possible. We also, I don't know how long this game's gonna go on for, but yeah, you would think at some point, right, they're just gonna have to get into some of that stuff. And yeah, they'll keep adding more original characters as we go. I'm curious what they do with this game after, like, they get through whatever main story they're trying to tell. Like, once the main story of this game is over, like, what do we do? You know, like, like where do we go from there? Like, there's not unlimited palaces they could do. Like, they're clearly telling a story that seems to have a defined, like, ending. They certainly could spread it out to just be, like, you know, kind of as long as they want it to be. But I am curious, like, if they ever do hit a point where they're like, okay, that's kind of all we have to tell in this story, do they, like, start, like, P5X, and then we all move over to a new game? Or, like, do they just, like, do some weird, like, multiverse stuff and throw us into a new, like, a new storyline with these same characters? Because I guess the story is, like, kind of unrelated from all the other gameplay, right? Like, the story has nothing to do, really, with any of the other, like, SOS stuff. P6X, yeah. People are waiting for P6, but they little do they know that P6X, the gacha game, is coming first. And P6 will be based on P6X. There's also the idea people have floated around, which I don't necessarily see happening, but would be really funny, is, they release, like, a full console single-player game of the P5X story as, like, a single-player game. Which I think would be kind of funny, and, you know, I'm dumb enough that I would probably buy it. But, yeah, I've seen people say that before. It'd be kind of funny. Yeah, explore the failed timelines. Yeah, that's probably the only thing they could do, right? Because outside of that, I don't really know what else they could do. But I guess that depends on how they resolve, like, the time looping thing. Yeah, maybe, like, a P5X, like, single-player console game, where they kind of fix, like, how dumb the Subway Slammer is, and they make some of the stuff more interesting, and they flesh out the palaces, like, even more. Might be kind of fun, right? It would be easy. They basically have the whole thing written for them. They'd probably just port it over to, like, Unreal Engine 5 or whatever, and let it rip. Persona 5. Persona 5X, The Phantom 2. Even better, make the Subway Slammer the main antagonist. I'm waiting for a playable Subway Slammer. Unironically, I think a lot of people would pull him just for the meme. Speaking of, when does everyone think we're getting Revival? Because they have not released anything. Like, Atlas has been dead silent this entire year so far, and if they're going to try and drop something at the end of the year, they're going to have to tease it soon. Yeah, Wonder was all over. I went to the concert in LA. The Persona concert in Los Angeles, and Wonder was plastered everywhere. So, I don't know. That's a good sign for us, I guess. Early next year, that seems the most likely. I was so hopeful that we were going to get, like, a fall 26, but yeah, it doesn't it doesn't seem like that's the case, unless they really have been, like, going, like, full gear on this thing. Wonder Fight, New Game Plus run of Revival. A Wonder Fight? Yeah, okay, that would be kind of fire, actually. A Wonder Fights. The internet, like, Twitter would blow up when Wonder gets put as, like, a fight of the protagonists in Persona, but yeah, I wouldn't be shocked, actually. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited for Revival. I know a lot of people were like, doesn't need a remake, this, you know, like, does anything need a remake? You know what I mean? Like, just give me more Persona. I prefer Persona 6, but, like, at the end of the day, like, we can't, you know, tell them what we want. they're just gonna do whatever they want anyway. Atlas just says like such random weird stuff all the time regardless, so. Although it does seem strange the P6 is like not ready yet. Feels odd. Like there's been leaks for years that it's been slated for release this year and then the year after, and then they delay it because of like some random thing, but there's no development issues, so I don't know what's going on with that game, but you would think P6 is also. So do we get Revival and P6 next year? That would be kind of crazy. I guess you could do like Revival early in the year. I wonder would just swipe his credit card. Yeah. All Wonder skills are just like MasterCard, Capital One, Visa. Those are different skills. I'm at the max charms. Is that why I can't like do anything? Should probably buy some slots, huh? It would take a lot of attention away from Revival Puppet. That's why it's like, man, does that mean that like we're getting Revival next year? And then we get what? Like P6 in 2028? That sounds kind of brutal. I'm so curious, Uzi, like what they end up doing for Revival as far as the DLC goes, because I mean we've all heard the trailer, right? They obviously play a Golden song in the trailer for Revival. To me, that's not like an accident. That's not just like, oh, I forgot this is for Golden. Like it seems like Revival is going to be the full P4, which kind of begs the question why 3 wasn't the full P3, but whatever. Maybe they take their shot at like original content, because like they've said weird stuff about it before, right? Like they're trying to like enhance it in different ways and like all kinds of other stuff. Like they are certainly selling DLC. Like there's no question about that. It's just a matter of what they do. MC3 DLC. Now that would be a choice. Yeah, they don't put FemC in P3, but they put her in P4. That would be kind of funny. DLC being new content, yeah, oh, well, yeah, Uzi, you know they're gonna put like... They're gonna put... there's gonna be 600... They're gonna sell like a song pack for every game. They're gonna sell, yeah, P3 outfits, P5 outfits, P1 and 2, the school outfits. They're gonna sell like their 600 million packs. You think Golden Content's DLC? Chud, it was the full experience, but like I kind of wish it like, well, no matter what you think about the answer, like, you know, the answer probably could have just been part of the base game. And then they also kind of cut all the P3P stuff out, which is the FemC stuff. But I mean, outside of that, it is like the full game. It's not like they like duped you on that, but it was just odd choice to like say this is the definitive version of the game and then not put every version of the game in it. I wouldn't be shocked at like, the thing with the P1 and 2, right, is there's stuff in P1 and 2 that like it's hard to remake those games because those games are not formatted like the modern Persona game. And I don't know if they'd ever release another Persona game that's like a full-on remake and not just like a remaster that isn't like on a calendar system, isn't something really familiar to people who play modern Persona games. So I don't really know what a remake would be of those games. Like, you just take the characters and the story and then just like rework it completely, which is I think the way they would do it. Or you just remaster them and kind of fix some of the annoyances and quality of life stuff and just release them as remasters. Uzi, yes, I will also be buying, so I don't blame you. It's really different, so man, I don't know what they do. Why not both? I'm open to that too. I'm open to that too. Yeah, I guess, you know what, if they ever port those games over, they could do like what they did with Golden and Reload, right? Or with Portable and Golden, where like they start with ports and then they kind of like gauge people's appetite for those games, and then eventually they just kind of do full-on remakes. I just think that's a lot of work, but you don't think a modern audience is going to like P4? It depends on what they do. There's going to be, I mean, I'm just like not going to go on social media after they release that game, because there's just going to be like the same rehashed arguments that everyone has about P4 all the time, but we'll just do it again like in HD, you know? So like, it's like, we get it. Like, you know, it's an old game. It's, you know, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm very curious to see how they handle it. Because there's definitely going to be stuff in there that people are going to complain about. Yeah, I'm typically against the censoring too. I don't really want to tarnish those games. Like, just leave them as they are. But if you're going to do a remake, then I guess, I don't know, you're within your right to change it. Of course, you know, in HD Unreal Engine instead of in, you know, 2008 or whatever, P4 style. That is true, Puppet. They did remove a lot of the beach stuff. So, yeah, I guess we probably should expect for some things to get changed. Yeah, that's true. I forgot they censored the beach stuff on P5. Actually, they censored some stuff with the teacher too, didn't they? Maybe I'm misremembering the teacher. But they definitely censored stuff from the beach. Or they changed it. Ten more years of discourse, yeah. Discourse is basically what we live for at this point, right? I think social media just exists strictly so that people don't get bored with like nothing to complain and argue about. Rightly or wrongly, it's just like the perfect arguing platform. I don't remember that one, Young Lob. One in her room. Maybe I do vaguely remember that. It's been so long since I've played the other versions of the game. I just remember people making a big deal of the beach. The recording. Okay, I'm gonna have to go look it up because I don't 100% remember. But yes, I do vaguely remember seeing something online about a Fuka thing. Yeah, they're definitely gonna censor. Now that you guys have said it, I figured they were just gonna leave it. And yeah, no, they're definitely not leaving it. Society. We live in a society. What kind of society? Unclear. Oh, definitely Morgana. 100%. If they can sell it, they're gonna sell it. Even if they can't sell it, they'll probably try and sell it. It's funny, because like I always buy just like the mega super DLC bundle things, like the super deluxe version of the game, and so I get all those bundles like for free. And then if you like ever go to the store for one of the games, you see just how many of those bundles they actually sell. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I kind of agree with you to a degree. Like, if it's gonna cause that much of an issue, like, and it's like not even like that important, like just change it, I guess, right? Like, what's the point of having everyone argue about it when like it doesn't matter anyway, right? I actually think P4 is like, when you think about it, because you guys just mentioned the cross-dressing content, Puppet. I totally forgot about that too. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in that game that's somehow like kind of problematic. Yeah, yeah. Half DLC personas, half outfits, yeah. Yeah, we'll get all like the super mega personas, all like that they always do. They'll do some crazy bundle. Honestly, I think the most interesting thing about Revival is just going to be, do they do DLC, which they 100% will, and is it golden content, or is it going to be brand new story, which I think would be super interesting. Like, what do you even do at that point, right? Like, they leave it open at the end of golden, I guess, right? Where like I guess I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't played, so I won't say it, but they leave it open for like there to be some kind of continuation. I just think it's such an odd choice to use a golden track in the trailer for Revival and then make golden DLC. Like, that seems like such a strange choice that they could have like easily avoided some of the discourse from. Like, people would complain if golden's not in there regardless, but like if you play a song from golden and then you just don't have it in there, it feels odd. Double down on it. I'm curious. I'm very curious. I mean, Hirata posted those things all the way back when she recorded some new tracks. Like, that was like years ago, wasn't it? It was like a year or two ago. Yeah, I think it's definitely open for like a spin-off, and in this case, a spin-off could certainly be DLC. Yes, do they retcon the Persona 4 dancing canon? Or maybe Revival is just like the first half of Revival is just you have to beat P4 dancing, which I don't even think is available on modern consoles. Or wait, is it? Is it available as like DLC for like P3 dancing? It's something weird, right? Like the full version is like not available. It is available, but you have to buy the full pack, I see. Which feels like an odd choice. Yeah, honestly, Morgana, I suggest, like, when that game comes out, like, what I'm gonna do is basically just mute P4R, mute Revival on, like, social media, and just, like, go about my life normally and hope that I don't see any of it. What a weird decision to package just P4 Dance. Is P4 Dancing, like, a smaller game in comparison to 3 and 5? Because that doesn't seem like it makes much sense. I avoid social media as much as possible, Puppet, which definitely is not great for someone who creates content on YouTube to, like, not want to post anything or be engaged with social media in any way. But that's what I've chosen to do. Mute Naoto and Kanji, yeah. Good idea. P4D was a port, not a new game like 3 and 5. Yeah, Kanji 100%. What else can we do? I guess we'll play. I don't really want to play Tycoon, but... do I want to play Tycoon? Why not? I'm not going to pay any attention and I'll be terrible, but I'll play Tycoon. P4D is the superior game, P5D is the worst. Hey Melissa, how are you? You've missed some riveting train gameplay, and also now me attempting to fill time by playing Tycoon. I wonder if you could even play the dancing games on stream, or would they just like copyright strike you into oblivion immediately? Hope they had poker or blackjack. That would be fun. Oh, you just got back from New York. Oh yeah, you went to how was the show? I imagine it was very good. You can stream them, Morgana? I'm shocked they don't like copyright you to oblivion. That's sick. That's great. People use P5D music in streams. Yeah, I guess that's true, right? I do at some point want to try and find something we can play, like some of the community members. I'm not sure. Do something fun. We'll figure it out, because it's just hard to stream P5X sometimes when there's just not like a ton going on. Like we get to the point like where we are right now, where we're waiting in a 2-minute queue for Tycoon. P5X Uno, I play Uno. Or blackjack, or poker, whatever they want to do. I'm good with some card games. Tycoon is impossible to get a game done. Gold said he was playing it a ton last night. I'm shocked that he has like the patience to wait for a new game. New Horizons, yeah, I haven't played the update yet. I want to I gotta get in and start like a new island and play with the new update. I'm a big Animal Crossing fan, so I'm very much looking forward to the next Animal Crossing game. Oh, we actually got a game. And I'm gonna get absolutely smacked because these guys are much higher ranked than me, and I'm not gonna be paying any attention. I have to play solo to get the achievements done. Honestly, that's probably what I should do, is just play solo in the background and just like put it on auto. Actually, maybe not a bad idea. Yeah, I feel like since the first season, like it's taken just really long to get any kind of game in like a reasonable amount of time. His hand is also atrocious. Whatever, you know, we're just gonna auto it because I got no shot anyway. Mainly quality of life. Yeah, I'm excited for the next one. It's gonna be a while, obviously, I'm sure, but it's kind of random. They just dropped like a random like huge stream like out of nowhere. Hey, what's up, Sal? How you doing? Yeah, versus mode would be fun. I don't know why they haven't gone through the effort of putting that stuff in yet, but I think who mentioned it earlier, Puppet, they still haven't added anything even on TW for like the those two hidden things on the train. Doing the gacha maintenance, huh, Sal? Daily gacha maintenance on all the gacha games, doing all the stuff. Luckily, I only have enough like brain power to play like one gacha at a time, so I don't have to worry about doing dailies. But when I was trying to play multiple, that feels like a full-time job sometimes. Honestly, guys, I'm like Crimson Desert pilled right now. I just want to play that game so badly. I like wasn't even that excited about it up until like a week ago when I started seeing some of like the review stuff come out. And then I was like, oh damn, this game like might actually be as crazy as it seems like it might be. And now I'm like so excited for it. I may try and stream it too. We'll see if my PC absolutely explodes. So I imagine it might, considering P5X almost kills it. I was also maybe gonna play like GeoGuessr, but honestly now I'm like kind of tired. And GeoGuessr probably not a great game to like talk to chat with. I might try and do like, see if the farmers market guys want to play like, we do like GeoGuessr together, like teams. I wonder if that might be kind of fun. Or we could do like a community thing. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I bought it just because like there's not really a ton of other games I'm like super like chomping at the bit to play, and it comes out like the 19th. So I just bit the bullet and did it because hopefully it's fun. But if it's not, you know, oh well, I guess. Kind of curious about the Sword Art online game too. And then when does Trails in the Sky Part 2 come out? That's got to be kind of soon, right? I got to finish Part 1 still. It's a fun game. I just like keep getting sidetracked. Yeah. My wallet is beaten and battered anyway, Sal, so at this point it can't get much worse. Fall 26. Yeah, I want to get into... I got to finish the first chapter because I think it's really fun. Onimusha. When is Onimusha supposed to come out? What else? There's got to be some other games coming like this year, right? Like, is Duskbloods come out this year? That's got to be coming this year, right? They announced that last year at some point. I'm not pleased just because I'm a, I guess I can't say the word on stream, but a scaredy cat, I guess would be the family-friendly way of saying it. So, anything horror, although that would be kind of funny for you guys to watch me just be terrified, but I don't know how entertaining it would be. Because I'd probably just, like, hide around every corner for 15 minutes until I work up the courage to go around the corner, and then nothing would happen. So I don't know how entertaining that would be. Maybe, yeah, do you want, maybe I'll play like a scary game at some point. Really torture myself. No release date for Duskbloods yet. I'm not even like a huge Souls fan, but I liked Elden Ring so much that like I kind of want to play whatever FromSoft puts out now. I'm so bad at those games too. It's so brutal to try and watch me attempt to do those boss fights, but what a strange game Duskbloods is too. Like, I wonder how much Nintendo, like what kind of bag Nintendo dropped to get FromSoft to develop a game strictly for Switch 2. I have not played Night Rain. I don't even think I finished Erdtree. I finished like, I think I started some of it, but I never finished it. But I have not played Night Rain, which I will at some point. Do you have to play with someone else for Night Rain? Or like, is it completely doable solo? Switch 2 mentioned. The Switch 2 on my shelf, like... I've turned that thing on like 4 times since I bought it. I was so excited to buy it too. I disappeared from work for like 2 hours. I didn't tell anyone. I went to Target to like try and buy one. I waited in line for like 20 minutes. And I turned that thing on like 4 times. You can solo it? Or the friend who goes, okay. I wonder if I could get someone else from the community to play it. I've fallen off so much on the Pokemon games, honestly. Like, I think maybe Pokemon's just passed me by. I have not enjoyed a Pokemon game in like years at this point. Like, I really did not like Scarlet and Violet much. I mean, it was a mess on Switch, so I guess I really should try and play it again on Switch too, but tough. And then I didn't even like the Legend ZA. I didn't really like. I'll probably keep buying them just because I'm an idiot, but yeah, I'm not. Although there were some pretty interesting Pokemon leaks that came out. If anyone has seen any of those, that is something I can get behind, whatever those leaks were, if anyone's seen them. About like the I think I own Temtem actually, Born. I haven't played it. Stopped after Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon was also the game for me, Facepalmer, that I was like, yeah, maybe I just don't like this as much as I used to. Yeah, I'm old, so like I played like the OG Pokemon games, although I was like really young, but Fire Red and Leaf Green were my probably the ones I played like when I was old enough to like kind of know what was happening, but I did play like Yellow and Crystal when I was like really young. Crystal was like probably my favorite for a long time. Soul Silver is probably my favorite. Heart Gold, Soul Silver are probably my favorite Pokemon games. Outside of like nostalgia glasses for Fire Red and Leaf Green. Or actually, you know what? I love Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness too. I played the life out of those games. X and Y were your first Pokemon games? Yeah, I don't know. There's just like some kind of like... There's just some kind of like sauce that got lost along the way with Pokemon for some reason. For me personally, maybe it's just like at a certain point you just like... I don't know. It's just like too much of the same thing over and over again. But those leaks, if anyone's seen them, who knows if they're real or not, but like this like MMO style thing they're planning on doing that they'll update over time, I can get behind that. Yeah, the problem with Pokemon is people will just buy anything that they put out, whether it's good or bad. So like it's hard, I guess, maybe for them to gauge like what people actually like. I haven't played Pokotopia? I don't know what it's called, but it seems pretty fun. People seem to be liking it, and it seemed to have sold a lot. I know Bear was playing it. That's kind of where I'm at with it, Shin. Like, people are just going to eat up any new Pokemon thing, like, whether it's the cards, whether it's the games, whether it's merchandise, whatever it is, people just buy the life out of it, so it's just Minecraft with Pokemon. Yeah, it looks kind of like... I do like cozy games, kind of, or... Not even cozy games, but like, you know, I don't know. I guess they are technically cozy games, but like Stardew Valley type games where like you're doing stuff, but it's like not all that stressful. Oh, Nintendo's got the... Yeah, Nintendo's got the lock on the nostalgia. I played a ton of Sword and Shield because I think like I started a new game during the pandemic after I had like blitzed through like 5 different JRPGs, and I put like an ungodly amount of hours into Sword and Shield just out of like pure there was nothing else to do. Auto won? Oh yeah, it did win. Dragon Quest Builders, but Pokemon is better. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like kind of fun, but at the same time, it's got to be the kind of thing like you're interested in. Oh, wow, I actually won. Hey, you're right. I thought I just won that game. We won the whole thing. Okay. It's kind of fire. All right, I guess maybe I'll just do this and just let the computer play. It's another 4-minute queue for another game. Speaking of Dragon Quest, when is the next Dragon Quest game coming out? Do you guys remember, like, how many years ago they teased that game at this point? I don't even remember what it was at. Was it at, like, a... Was it at... It wasn't Summer Game Fest. I believe this is what they mean by AI is taking over. They've trained an AI model on P5X Tycoon. Whatever the most recent one is, Morgana, is it 11? 11 Echoes of an Elusive Age, or whatever it's called. I never remember the name, the numbers, but that game is unbelievably good. Yeah, 11. 11 is, like, kind of fire. I have not played 8 yet, Puppet. I should probably play it. I want to play the reimagined 7. I have like the HD 2D remakes too, which I have to play at some point. Man, there's so many like JRPG series that I'm like waiting for the next entry on. Persona, I'm waiting for like Revival N6. I want a new Xenoblade game, new Dragon Quest. We got a lot of stuff coming. Although they haven't announced anything for Xenoblade, but I'm sure they're working on it. Can you imagine what Xenoblade's going to look like on Switch 2 with what they made the last Xenoblade look like on regular Switch? I mean, that game's going to be unbelievable. Monolith Soft are wizards. I don't know how they do what they do. Anyone who's able to make a game that looked as good as the last Xenoblade game and also have it perform as well as it did, like, it really didn't stutter all that much. Like, obviously it didn't look perfect because they could only work with what they can work with, but yeah, they make the most of every like every like watt of power that the Switch can like put out. I think at some point, Sal, I think at some point, I think we talked about it a little bit earlier, but I don't know what they end up doing for those games, because there is stuff in those games that like also problematic. Speaking of Persona being problematic, the OG games have like some issues they probably are going to have to change stuff with. Xenoblade X on Wii U is far and away the best looking game on that console. The Wii U, what a disaster. What a disaster Wii U was. Ribeye, something like that, yeah, maybe. Could be somewhat problematic. Although, shockingly enough, if they released that game straight up with that potential individual in the game, I think it would still cause less discourse than some of the stuff that's going to cause discourse in P4, which is hilarious. That's a great description, Uzi. Switch 1's a toaster, Switch is an air fryer. Yeah, Switch 2 is like an air fryer. Let's see if the CPU can wipe again here. Yeah, Kanji Nato discourse is yeah, no one's looking forward to it, I don't think. Fanatic of Games, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it. Appreciate you watching them. Yeah, towards the end of the Switch's life cycle, Morgana, it just felt like every time I would go play a game on my PC or I'd play a game on my PlayStation, and then I'd go back and try and play something on the original Switch, it was just like, it felt ancient. And yeah, the Switch 2 is like definitely needed as far as like a hardware update, but Melissa ready to wipe Nian with the Mesa, with the goated Mesa. My air fryer is goated, but I probably need like, I want like one of those mega air fryers, like one of the really big ones, because I feel like I can only cook like 2 things in my air fryer at a time. But what an invention the air fryer is. What was life like before the air fryer, where you had to like preheat the oven? Ugh. Even emulating Switch 1 was rough. I don't think I emulated anything beyond like GameCube. Switch 2 rep, Switch 2 edition games. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously just like a gimmick. Ribeye, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it. Very kind of you, my friend. To the next day 6 fund. If we ever get to the A6, I will make sure. And Melissa gets the membership renewal. I don't know what that is. Melissa was already a member. I don't even know what my own notifications are for. But Melissa, thank you, and Morgana, thank you very much. Morgana, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it. And Melissa, of course, thank you to you too, as always. 1 month. It's funny. Actually, that makes sense, because I last streamed on Valentine's Day. So I guess this is like your renewal. That's hilarious. My once monthly stream on the 14th. Yeah, Ribba, I need better luck than the last... that last stream. That was brutal. Hi Day, yeah. I stream on, like, obscure fake holidays. This is, like, my MO now. Is Easter the 14th? That's a good question. I don't know. Shin, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it. I always feel bad, because, like, I feel like the membership, like, doesn't really give you anything. But I do appreciate it very much. And I am trying to put stuff out a little bit earlier, like videos, so that you guys have them like a few days early. So hopefully that's that's enough. But I appreciate it, Shin. Thank you very much. And to Morgana and Ribai and Melissa. And all the goats. And everyone who's just here watching. I appreciate everybody. The problem is, Morgana, is I don't know anything about Discord. But I could potentially try it, because I've been thinking about it. It's just like a nice little place to like post, you know, updates and stuff without having to try and use the YouTube posts. But we'll see. We'll see, because I barely use Discord on other people's Discords. So I'd be a little hesitant to trying to like moderate my own. But it's definitely on the table, something I'm thinking of. But appreciate it, Morgana. Thanks for coming by. Have a good sleep, my friend. Thank you, Ribeye. Yeah, I try and think of something funny for each one. But sometimes I just sit there and I'll just like think of like the dumbest thing ever. And I'll just think of really stupid things until I laugh at myself. And then I just put it on there. They don't even make sense most of the time, but seems to get the job done. Yeah, Uzi, YouTube posts are a thing. I don't know what they're really... I don't know, I feel like they don't show up half the time. Nobody ever really sees them. YouTube. Half-heartedly attempting to add posts. I'm surprised YouTube hasn't added more of like a community hub type thing yet. Feels like an easy thing for them to add. The Igor Makoto image, yeah. I have to create more like Igor-centric. I've like run out of ones that were already online. So I'm gonna have to start doing them myself. Like with some of the P5X characters, probably. These two guys are like fighting on the screen with the emojis. How is the CPU doing here? Did I like lose? Yeah, I lost the first round. Getting absolutely mogged here. Joker Kanashiro won. Oh yeah. That one's always funny, isn't it? Yeah, there's some like really funny ones. There's yet to be there's some funny ideas I've had that I like wasn't sure would be well received, so I just didn't do them. But sometimes they end up being like I type something and it's funny, but then it's like, man, this is like Queen is like being really mean, and it's like, I don't know. Maybe make this like a slightly less aggressive. Try and be tame so that YouTube doesn't yell at me. Well, listen, but if you have the name Morgana Persona fan, you need to have an absolutely busted Mona. That's a good one, Melissa. I never call him the right name anyway, so that would actually make sense in like a number of ways. Yeah, man, shoot it my way. I'll add anybody who tries to friend me, although I'm running out of friend spots. But I can kick some. I'm sure I have people on there that I added from like the first week of the game that like don't play anymore. The Makoto versus Yui, those are always my favorites because it was just like Queen just like absolutely berating Yui, which always made me laugh personally. Bald Haru is a good one too. Although Code Noir does not like the Bald Haru. I always get yelled at when I make fun of Haru. That is true, Sal. I can't help it. Because there's so much, like, wind in, like, those wind element fights. There's Wind the character. There's Wind of Nirvana. There's, like, Wind element Mont. And it's like... I just... My brain can't handle all the wind. Puppet, that will definitely happen. Yui will be like getting her comeback at Makoto. And Windswept status face palmer, true. Wind vortex, there's just too much wind going on. Mess's mask asking to be turned into Igor's nose. Certainly an idea, Ribeye, which I may or may not take. The burning Mona plush? Yeah, that's everywhere on Discord, isn't it? Ignoring Ribeye. Yeah, Ribeye said something sacrilegious to the Melissa, or to the Mesa fans in chat. AKA Melissa at the moment. Jonathan not here, but Jonathan also would not be happy with that. There are lots of wind jokes. A lot of the characters in this game are, I don't know, they seem like really funny when you put like their little portraits on the screen and then you just like type stuff for them to say. I don't know why, but that like always makes me laugh when I make them say the really dumb stuff. Shin, to be fair, literally everyone in this game I think does more than Fox. I would like to berate Fox more, but I need more opportunities to do so. Next time his boss comes around and I don't use him and I just end up using like Rin or Summer Closer or something, we will 100% be berating Fox, because I legitimately don't like Fox. I will add you, Morgana. Or you wanted me to look at the the AI did not do very well this time around. Won the first one, did not win this one. Morgana, you wanted me to look at the at your insane Morgana. I think my Morgana might be A6 too at this point, actually. Although I'm not built at all. A6 R6. Where is this? Saboteur outdoing Sleeper is vile. Yeah. Oh, that is true. Matsui might be able to outdo Fox. Maybe I'll do that just for like the sake of it. Are you online right now, Morgana fan? Where are you? I have to find the Morgana. I'm like doxing my P5X friend list. Where's Morgana? There he is. I'll use this in a video at some point, Mona fan. Maybe in like a, because the goated Morgana, the #1 Morgana in all of P5X Global. Yeah, I'll try and use him as an assist in something. You can't use him in Astrolabe, I don't think, but something. I'll find some way to use him at some point for you. Oh, he's fully Mindscape too? I gotta play Strikers. I have Strikers, I own it, but I have not played it. Well, I've played it for like an hour or two, but I've got to fully go in there and actually play it. Quotes. Quote Morgana. Alright. Do we do another? What time is it? 8 o'clock? Probably go for another like half hour. Full achievements on Steam and it wasn't fun. I have like this curse where like I feel the need to play all Persona games outside of this one, obviously, on PlayStation. And I kind of like wish I had a lot of them on Steam. But I do like playing them on my TV. For whatever reason, there's like some games that I just prefer to play like on a TV with a controller. And like lots of RPGs and JRPGs are part of that. Yeah, especially because with all the devices that are going to be available for you to play like all your Steam library on your TV at some point. Like, I kind of want to buy a Steam machine, even though like probably not really worth the money. And then also like whatever the new Xbox thing is, like apparently it is just going to be like a mini PC with like an Xbox thing. Although I'm not like in the Xbox ecosystem at all. Outside of obviously having like a Windows machine. Ah, gotcha, Morgana fan, gotcha. Yeah, I've heard a lot of issues. There's like a ton of issues with sourcing parts for those things that are making them more expensive than they really should be. I think the Steam machine is going to end up being more PC priced than it is console priced, which I don't think people are going to love. But I would like one if they make it, you know, available. Yeah, modding. There would probably be some fun mods you could add to all those games, I'm sure, right? Be lucky if it retails for 800. I mean, I guess it all depends on part prices, right, Ribeye? Like, the parts are so expensive right now, and I don't know how long it's going to take for like the curve to go down. I feel like it's going to take a while, but yeah, I have a feeling a lot of this hardware is going to be really expensive. I think 800 is like in the range of probably what it's going to cost, because we don't really know what kind of specs. Yeah, it's going to be a long time, Sal. I think it's going to be a long time. Because, man, I mean, how long is it going to take for them to set up production for that kind of stuff, and then to actually produce enough where the consumer has it at the rate that these AI companies are buying it up is like unreal. Yeah, it's not going to be great. Yeah, Shin, I think this is like the best move that Xbox could have made. I think they've kind of realized that like they're not going to beat some of these consoles, and like they just, for whatever reason, the Xbox One just kind of took them out of the console race, it feels like. And they've just kind of leaned into this PC thing, which I think is going to help them in the long run. Because if I can play Steam games and kind of any, you know, Windows games or whatever, Microsoft Store games on my PC and on my Xbox, much like I can on Steam, like, why would I have another console? You know what I mean? Like, outside of Nintendo, just because they'll gatekeep their games forever. Like, I don't really need a PS5 at that point. Because there's not really anything I play that's exclusive to PlayStation consoles anymore, so I think that's what they're going for, is this Helix thing is going to be, you know, try and replace, not replace PCs, but at least be a companion to people who play on PC. And also potentially, at some point, a replacement if PCs just kind of price consumers out. Yeah, Ribeye, I'm kind of with you. Like, there's no PlayStation exclusives that I necessarily care about at this point. Nintendo, on the other hand, has done a good job of, as terrible as it is for, like, consumers, they just, like, Nintendo's done a great job of saying, like, no, if you want to play our stuff, you have to buy whatever the Nintendo console was. So people will always buy Nintendo consoles, but... Well, they've already decided that they're going to... Sony... I don't know what Sony's doing, because they decided they're no longer porting stuff to PC, which... There's been some speculation that they think it's because the Helix will have some kind of, like, baseline Windows partition where you can just play straight up, like, PC games on there. And I think there was something like PlayStation doesn't want people to be able to play those games on an Xbox console. So yeah, I don't know what Sony's doing. I like my PS5, but I also force myself to play certain games on it, Sal, so that's like the only reason I use it at this point. Earphone. What's going on, Earphone? How was the Repo? How was Repo? I was watching for a while. Melissa, I literally didn't even read a single description of what the things I was selecting did, and I beat it with the twins and Cherish. And yeah, it really yeah. I don't know what that says about either the boss or the twins, but yeah. I hope so, Ribeye, because if I can play Steam games, or even like Steam, whatever the other launchers, right? Like whatever PC launchers you can get to work on there, I'll definitely buy one. It's fun. Yeah, we got to try and do some more like random game stuff. Maybe I'll try and put something together at some point. I'm trying to think of like something fun that we could all play. That is true. The PS5 is a Blu-ray player and sports games, yeah. The occasional sports game that I buy that makes me angry that I bought it, because it's the same as the one I bought the year before, and the year before that. At MLB The Show and 2K and Madden. Sports games are one of the biggest ripoffs on the planet. And I still buy them. Just use the same team each time, Rico, Corden on. Yeah, I feel like the first Neon boss was like kind of hard. But all the other ones have been like super easy, I feel like. Casual gamers do love sports games. Sports games and Call of Duty. That's how they get you, Ribeye. It's like, well, I could just play the last game, but I want the updated rosters, and I want to play Diamond Dynasty so I can gotcha for my team. Yeah, it's really sad. But, you know, is what it is, I guess. Yeah, autoplay has not done as great a job here. The autoplay, like, just doesn't see the vision. Like, it like, does okay, and then it has, like, no capability of, like, plotting beyond the thing it's doing right now. Which, yeah, it's probably not great in a game like this. You know what's funny? I, like, never got into COD. I don't know why. Like, it just was never a thing that I wanted to play. Which I guess I'm kind of happy about. Because I feel like if it was a thing I'd played when I was younger, I was still going to continue to play all the games for no reason. Yeah, the autoplay knows that I'm just using it to basically have something on the screen while I talk to all of you. Yeah, it always tries to play a card. Yeah, it just has, like, no... The AI is, like, really dumb. Yeah, P5X has somehow managed to make a worse AI. Like a decade after they made terrible AI. COD for Zombies with the latest ones. I haven't played. I just haven't played. I don't know. Feels like a lot of those old, not old, but like the OG shooters, right? Like the Halos of the world, the CODs, the Gears of Wars. It feels like those have all just like kind of fallen into the nothingness. I mean, COD people still buy religiously and play, but I tried to play, what was the Halo game? What's the latest Halo game? Is it Infinite? I got into it for like, man, I don't know, like a month, and then I just couldn't do it. I never really played any of the Tycoon in Royal, so I don't know if it was better or worse than this version. I played maybe like 1 or 2 games of Tycoon. I don't know, I think it's like not terrible, it's just, I don't know, it gets like a little boring after a while. I wish, like, could you imagine how amazing this card game would be if they had come up with like a, I guess this is asking for a lot, but like a Gwent style card game? I would literally spend my entire day playing that. Or even the Final Fantasy. I forget what the Final Fantasy card game is called, but I had a ton of fun playing that too. I always love like the card games in a game. Triple Triad. I'm a sucker for like those kinds of like dumb like side mission collectible games like in RPGs. Except for the one in, what was the Final Fantasy VII, the Yuffie? What was that called? Is that like Reintegrate? I forget what it was called, but the toy soldiers like tower defense game. There were some levels of that really annoyed me, but generally I try and enjoy them. Second Horizon had a cool board game I enjoyed. Yeah, a lot of them are fun, actually, which is kind of funny because it's like Queen's Blood. Yes, Queen's Blood. It's like they designed like an entire game within a game. Then I guess Gwent got its own like spin-off game, right? Like spin-off card game. I don't know how popular it is, but Shin, you were on the OG stuff? The OG stuff? What's up, Melissa? You saw me post the thing in the in the channel. I'm with you, Ribeye. The random card games end up being like such a fun part of playing those games, like collecting cards every time you beat someone. Maybe it's just because of my like collection brain. I like collecting all like the mounts, the pets, the whatever in like every game I play, so it just kind of scratches that part of my brain. I gotta go back and finish Rebirth now that I'm talking about. I have like Final Fantasy in my brain. Rebirth was just so like, after like 50 hours of like the same thing, I just like, the exploration got to be a lot for me. I don't know if anyone else felt that way, but like, I don't know. It felt like this, like every new portion of the map was the exact same thing, and I just had to start over again, doing the same like 5 things in each area. Also didn't help that I made it like a mission to 100% like every area as much as I could before I moved on to the next area. I probably shouldn't have done that, but yeah, it dragged. Just felt like it dragged a little bit in some of the areas. And then I literally almost had a like panic attack playing the... Oh man, what was it? Was it the... What was the Rebirth? No, maybe it wasn't Rebirth. Maybe it was the... Not the push-ups. I don't remember if it was the pull-ups, the push-ups, the sit-ups, whichever minigame that was. But that was the closest to like a raging out that I've had since I was like 15 years old. I almost lost my mind playing that. It might have been the pull-ups face palmer. There was one of them, like, it was like the final difficulty on one of them. And man, I almost lost my mind. It was so bad. Sit-ups and remake, pull-ups and rebirth. Because there's squats too, right? There's like squats is the first one, which is like not bad. And then sit-ups I think is okay too. Maybe it was the pull-ups. I don't remember. I think there's one where like it like reverses what you're doing or something. Something stupid. Pull-ups. It must have been the pull-ups. Because I think I've tried to erase them from my brain. Yeah, I appreciated them trying to put minigames in, but... yeah, some of those were not fun. One of them you need to be perfect, yeah. Yeah, it was not fun. And I refused to move on until I did it. So there was no, like, cool-off period, so I basically just sat there and, like, smashed my head into a wall for however long it took for me to finish it. Which I would have made my life much easier if I just tried it a couple of times, left, did something else, and then came back, but that was not something I was gonna do. Alright, this matchmaking is so bad. Face palmer. I don't... Maybe I'll save the batting cages for the next one. Random dancing. I did like the dancing a lot. The dance thing was funny. I had the Honeybee Inn song stuck in my head after that original. It was like stuck in my head for like a week. I liked Remake a lot. I kind of, yeah. I think Sal said it earlier, it just dragged on. I wish that game was a little bit more concise. And then I don't even, have we heard anything about part 3? Presumably called Reunion. If they've even announced that, I have no idea. Just makes the most sense. Yeah, I had never played one either, Ribeye. I really liked it. I know Destro likes the originals. And I gotta try to play the originals at some point. But I really liked Remake. I thought it was like really good. It was really fun. And I'm not like super into like action RPG kind of games, but Remake did it for me for sure. And then, yeah, Rebirth, like Sal said. Yeah. It won't be called Unix Crisis Core. Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. I think I've heard someone mention something like that before. I'm curious what they call it then. Has there been any like info on it? I don't think it's been announced or anything, right? Obviously it's coming out, like not like they're just dropping it. It's gonna make a ton of money, but Final Phase last boss died, picked up the wrong chest. Worded weirdly. Yeah. Yeah, I could see how that would be a rage out for me, so. I also want to play the original, Ribeye. Yeah, I agree. I want to finish the remakes first, and then I'll go back and compare against the OGs. Kiwami 3 is the first Yakuza game. I haven't played... I didn't play... I bought and played maybe 5 or 6 hours of one of the Yakuza games. But it's a series that I should try and get into a little bit more. I forgot GTA 6 comes out this year too. If it doesn't get delayed again. That game is going to break the infrastructure of the world. Play 8 if I haven't already. I know I have to. I really want to get into... I want to try and play all the Final Fantasy games. It's like one of the OG, like, you know, JRPG series. I really should play all of them. I played a couple of the Pixel remasters and then obviously the parts of 7 remake. GTA 6 allegedly comes out this year. Yeah, it's like November or something. Rockstar spent $7 billion making this game, and it's probably going to make them all their money back in like a week. I like it, Shin. Assert your dominance. Listen, I take time off work for games because I don't like go on actual vacations. Although I want to start traveling a little bit more. But I take time off for video games, and I don't apologize to anyone for it. When P6 comes out, I'm getting like a 2-day work week, and I'm gonna no-life that game for 5 or 6 days, and then I'll be back to it when I get back. Yes, NES. Final Fantasies are fun. Yeah, I have all the Pixel remasters. I just need to play them. I just haven't played them. Hey man, listen, I don't use any of my... I got so much PTO built up and whatever. I gotta use them at some point, right? I always think, like, I look and I, like, log in and I see all the time off that I have. And I just never use any of it. And I'm like, man, if they fired me today, I would lose all this PTO. And it would make me so sad. Recent New Game Plus Velvet fights. Yeah, I mean, you need more time than I'd probably allow myself, unfortunately, but as much as I would love to just disappear from work for like 2 months and be like, yeah, I'll just see you guys when I'm back. Good luck. Wonder how many weeks I actually have like in pure time off. I mean, they would never allow me to take just straight all the time off that I have, but I probably do have like a month or 2 off. Which is straight like PTO time. That's what you get for taking like 2 days off a year for however long I've worked there. How's the computer doing here? I'm Tycoon. That's wonderful. Yeah, I do have like 4 weeks. I have like 4 weeks of time I can take off. I'll probably never use any of it. I'll probably finish this Tycoon game and then wrap it up because I don't know how much more Tycoon I can subject all of you poor souls to. But I appreciate you all coming in and hanging out because otherwise this would have been kind of brutal without all you guys talking to me, so. Appreciate all you guys as always. Tycoon. The lasting image of this stream is just AI Tycoon with Riddle on the screen. Riddle, Fox, and Cherish on the screen. It's really a sad sight. Now to figure out how to spend the rest of my night. I woke up at like 4 a.m. this morning, so I'm like exhausted, but I don't want to go to sleep because this time change has... It's like an hour time change, but it's thrown my sleep schedule off by like 5 hours. The child yearns for the revolution, yeah. She's not doing a good job of it right now. Yeah, I might try and get, for like the next stream, I might try and get like Watts or Destro or both of them, or Gold or Earphone or CJ or someone. See if we can get him in here, maybe play something fun that's not P5X. As riveting as this gameplay is right now. I try and do like some guild boss stuff on stream, but I just don't know. I don't think I could like focus well enough to do the stream or to do the guild boss without like completely ignoring the chat, which I don't really want to do. Come on, bro, get on with this game already. I already won. I'm already the Tycoon. I don't care who the beggar is. Yusuke's the loser, which makes me happy. Yusuke last, Riddle third. As all things should be. Actually, I haven't done like any of my Tycoon missions at all. I probably should, honestly, because there's like stuff in the exchange that like I really should be getting. Like, I don't even know if it's worth it to get coffees at this point, but I will. I don't really want any of the skins. Alright, fam. I think we're probably going to call it here. But, like I said before, appreciate everybody watching. Feel free to add me as a friend. I don't know how many friend slots I have, but if you add me, I'll add everybody back who I can. Probably clean out my friends list of people who don't play anymore. But like I said, appreciate everybody watching. I will, listen, I'm going to try and stream a little more regularly going forward, so hopefully, like, weekend streams kind of become a somewhat regular thing. We'll see. But, yeah, appreciate everybody's support. I will catch you on the next one. Have a good one, my friends. Peace.